While the crypto industry is pouring money into lobbying, investors keep pouring money into the industry. Crypto platform FTX announcing the closure of an almost $421 million Series B1 funding round. It boosts their total valuation to $25 billion. FTX has seen its user base jump 48% in just the past 3 months. Joining me to discuss is FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam, it's great to have you. How much of this money is going to go towards, umps, uniforms and, more stadiums? I mean, you guys are everywhere. What is this capital for?
Yeah, it's a really good question. And, the honest truth is I'm really excited about the various endorsements and partnerships we've made. But all of those together are things that are way less than our sort of net profit outside of that. So all of the advertising, all of the endorsements are things that we could meet just with our normal business operations. We're in a really fortunate place to be able to be, a quickly growing company, which is already strongly net sort of positive cash flow. The biggest use of the investment proceeds is more likely to be acquisitions and investments. We've already done a few. Obviously, we acquired Blockfolio last year, LedgerX a few months ago, and there are a number more that we're looking at.
What about, so we're showing some of your all-star spokespeople, if we want to call them that. I have to hand it to you for the Tom Brady and Giselle commercial, which I thought was pretty clever.
Thank you.
How much more is going to go into that kind of high-profile celebrity endorsement?
Yeah, I think we might do a bit more. I think that we're sort of like nearing the end of ramping that up, at least for now. Obviously, we'll have to see what happens. And, because our targets here are to form partnerships that we are really excited by and that we hope our users will be really excited by too, it's really dependent on exactly who we can, work something out with. So there's a fair bit of uncertainty about exactly how many we'll do. It is just super dependent on the details, but, I would guess there will be a few more.
So let me turn now to the sort of the FTX platform itself. And, if you guys were to enter another stress test, we spoke with Caitlin Long earlier in the week, who is warning that Bitcoin often has drawdowns of, on average, like 68%. You throw in leverage in the system and, she's kind of hinting, well, couldn't be out of the question. What if it falls 75%? And that kind of stress test, and granted, we went through a 50% drawdown earlier this year. Would your platform be able to sort of meet the sudden rush for the exits? How much of this capital that you're raising goes into kind of shoring up that structure? And what would you tell any investors, buyers, traders who might be nervous about that?
Totally. So, first of all, none of this is investment advice, and none of this is meant to be a statement about whether crypto will go up or down and, whether you should be buying or selling or anything like that. But in terms of like the platform functionality and safety, this will give us a bigger insurance fund. It'll give us, a bigger backstop. But it's also the case that we've never had a day in our history where, where the payouts from that were greater than our revenue from the day. And that includes days where we've seen, 25, 30% drawdowns and weeks where we've seen 50% drawdowns. So we've thought for a long time about exactly how to design our risk engine, our margin call engine. We've iterated over time. And we've built systems that have done pretty well, all things considered, during large market moves before. We've never clawed back. We never anticipate clawing back. That's not how we work. And overall, we've been able to keep uptime, keep liquid markets, and keep the risk engine functioning properly, even during large market movements. Again, that's not to say there will or won't be large market movements, but from the perspective of the platform, we feel pretty good about how we are going into it.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.